If you want to feel calm and confident in your finances, and there are three things that you need to know about your money that most women don't know. These three things aren't complicated, but they are non negotiables if you want to be a money boss. If you want to be the person that's telling your money what to do rather than your money telling you what to do. When you're in your 40s and 50s, you have less time to save and invest for your future. You have fewer earning years ahead. And I don't have to tell you that if you lose your job, it's not as easy to find the next job, or the next job you find may pay a lot less than the one that you had before. When we were in our 20s and 30s, maybe we could wing it a bit more, but not anymore. We've really got to take this seriously because you may not be able to work as long as you hoped you would. The first thing that you need to be able to do is to calculate what your net worth is. Now, I know most people don't know what their net worth is, but it's simply your assets minus your debts. That is your net worth. Your net worth is very important to calculate this. So much as you should know what your weight is for your physical health, you need to know what your net worth is for your financial health. And this isn't a grade. This isn't something that's supposed to be a point of shame, but you do need to know where you are so you know how far you are from a financial goal that you may have. Your net worth doesn't define you, but not knowing what this number is can be dire when retirement's right around the corner and you're thinking, uh-oh, you don't want to be caught short. So figure out what it is now. So how do you figure out what your net worth is? You can use a simple spreadsheet, just list all of your assets, list all of your debts, and there you go. There's your net worth. There are a lot of apps out there that will do this for you. But just as a caveat, maybe this makes me sound old, but I'm not very comfortable logging all my most critical private financial information into some app. That's just me. I like the spreadsheet method because, first of all, you have to think good and hard about all the accounts that you have. It's easy to lose track of accounts. Say you've changed jobs over the years, like I have. You may have 401k balances with different companies. Make sure you can log in to all of these accounts. And I would highly recommend that you consolidate. I would not recommend leaving old 401k balances with prior companies because I am here to tell you, I work inside the accounting department of a lot of companies. And even I sometimes have trouble logging in. And then you think, well, who do I contact? Well, the company was acquired and their new HRs in, Ohio somewhere. And you have no idea who to contact and no idea how to log into your account. That's not a place you want to be. Every time I've left a company, I've rolled the money into one place, and T Row is the place that I have my money because that's where my father did, and he knew what he was doing, so I thought I'd follow his lead. I have money in other places too, but that's sort of where I've been dumping these 401k balances. So they're all in one place. The second major thing you need to do is get on top of your monthly cash flow. It is so easy. I don't have to tell you this, but it is so, so easy to fritter money away. And then you look back and you go, what happened? Where's all my money? I work so hard and I have a stressful job and I work a lot of hours and I don't have a whole lot to show for it. Well, you don't want that to be you. So this is why some people love budgeting because they say, well, you're telling your dollars what to do in advance. I've never been a big one for hardcore budgeting like that, but what I do is try to keep my monthly cost really low because I don't want to fritter money away on things of little value. So a really good step to take is to download all of your activity into a spreadsheet from your bank, your credit cards, and just classify all of the items where you spent money to like needs, wants, and leaks. And when you look back, I mean, it is a painful thing to do. Look back and you go, wow, like I don't even remember buying that thing, or I don't remember that meal and it was over $100. So that's where we call these financial leaks because it's money that's just seeping away, never to be seen again. It's not working for you in your future. It's spent on something that you don't even remember. So budgeting is not a bad thing. If you say, okay, I'm going to have $200 a month that I can fritter away and not worry about whatever your number is. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you assign a certain amount for the month and you can not feel guilty about losing it, go for it. But if you have any level of debt, aside from perhaps a mortgage, but if you have debt, you really need to pay the debt off. You cannot keep carrying debt around, or it's just going to, it'll cause you to have to retire later. And I'm not sure, sometimes when we retire is not even our choice based on a lot of other factors like companies shutting down, layoffs, illnesses, death. You don't know what the future's going to hold. But if you feel that you make a good salary and you feel this is where step one comes in when we talk about our net worth, I want you to use that spreadsheet on a monthly basis. So I was a corporate accountant for 35 years and everything we did was by month. It's important because you see the trends, you see things going up. Obviously, you want your assets going up and your debt's going down, but it's important to see that. If you just use an app and they say this is your snapshot for the month, it's less impactful and meaningful and harder to see where you're going. So once you get hold of your monthly cash flow and you plug all these leaks and the money's working where you want it to go, it's great to watch your net worth grow. So every month, I want you to update that net worth schedule. Step number 3 is at this point in our lives, we really need to be fully funding our retirement accounts. So in 2026 on, if you're over the age of 50, you're able to put $32,000 away into your account. And that does not include the employer match. So if your employer matches 3 or 5%, and depending on what your income is, you can be saving like $38,000 a year in your 401k account. And you do that for a few years, and I don't have to tell you what your 401k balance is going to do. It's going to be amazing how fast you can grow that balance. And most companies don't have ridiculous matches, but the match, the total combined amount that you can put away if you're over 50 is $76,000. And if you're over the age of 60, there's an additional $3,500 you can put away. So here's the thing. A lot of people say, oh my God, 32,000, that is such a lot of money. Well, yes, it is. But I will tell you, like, if before you tell me that you are unable to find 32,000 to put away for your future, I'll have to ask you, what else are you doing with this money? Are you saying I can't put 32,000 away a year because I need money to spend on door dashing and I don't know, whatever people spend money on, Botox, whatever it is, renting or leasing my Tesla. I don't know what people do, but people do things like that that have such little value in their lives. And then they say, well, life's expensive. I can't do that. But please think that some people deliberately decide that I'm going to fully fund my 401k account and everything else will fall in line after that. So I became a bit of a maniac like that. My last job was in the tech world and I was way older than everybody I worked with. And it was very uncomfortable feeling. So I felt like there was this clock ticking over my shoulder on my earning years. And I fully funded the heck out of my 401k. And then I financed or funded my IRA and I was investing in real estate and I was saving for the kids' college. I was a maniac about it, but you know what? It worked. I was able to stop working at a young age. And I want that for you. I want you to have that choice. Some people say, well, I'll just work till I'm 70. I love to work. And that's great. But it may not always be your decision when you stop working. So bear that in mind. While we are in our peak earning years, it is so important to maximize that. You won't regret it. I mean, 10 years from now, you won't look back and say, gosh, I wish I spent more money on Botox, right? No one's going to say that. So every time you spend money today, I want you to think what 10 years on you would say looking back, because I would be ashamed of myself having made the kind of money that I made if I hadn't saved a good amount of it. But going back to step 2, managing your monthly cash flow, this is where people go wrong. It's so easy to have the lifestyle creep. People lease really expensive, nice cars. And I would implore you not to lease cars because it's just renting a car. And after 3 years, you have exactly nothing to show for it. So I saw a thing on YouTube. It was one of the Dave Ramsey personality people, and he was going up to people saying, "Hey, what's your car payment? What's your car payment?" And one woman she seemed to have no shame about it. She said, "Oh, my car payment's, I don't know, 800 a month. I lease a Tesla." And so we said, "Okay, after 3 years, you will have spent whatever that math is." She goes, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, what will you do next?" She said, "I'm going to lease another Tesla." And this was a young woman, but if you're in your 60s or something, why would you do that? So buy a car, pay it off, and keep it as long as you can. What's wrong with that? Like, what happened to that? So things have changed in our society, and just because everyone's doing something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. So I worry about people in our age range that are not thinking enough about their futures. I worry that in 10 years we're going to have this massive problem on our hands, and I worry about people. So please do the right thing for yourself. You won't be sorry, and I'll see you in the next video.